Hi, I'm Nigel Haworth and welcome to Shed Sessions 2021 and a Happy New Year to you all. Kirk Haworth, my son, is joining us for this session and we're going to do a classic burger, but a really sexy burger. So, ingredients that we've got for you. We're going to make you the burger first. So we're going to mince the meat and we've got some top rib, chuck and rump. So you can see the rump, the shape of the rump. And we're doing that because you've got different flavors and different textures in the different cuts of meat. So they're sort of as well 4 weeks old, a minimum of 4 weeks aged. And in front of you to make this the absolute ultimate burger, because when I visited Chicago early on last year, no, not last year, even the year before that, so 2019, I went to Cheval Blanc in Chicago and got the best burger I've ever had in my life. And this is a version of that burger. Just an amazing occasion to eat something so simple, but so good. So we've got foie gras. Being a bit naughty, Kirk.
Very naughty.
A bit of foie gras. And then we've got a little bit of smoked bacon. We've got our Sandham's cheese. We've got some tomato relish. And we've got a black garlic mayo. So that's going to be really interesting. Some iceberg, we've got some deep fried onions, and then we've got some home cured or some home pickled cucumber. So before I start, and of course the brioche buns, but before I start to mince, Kirk, you've got the triple cooked chips. So do you want to say where we are at what stage?
Yes, so these chips have been blanched. No, sorry. So the chips have been brought up in cold water with salt, brought up to a simmer, just till they just start to go soft. So we call it just past al dente. Then we drain the water and then we put the lid back on and we shake them. And it's really important to get a really good crispy chip that you get that fluffiness around the sides. So that's the first stage. And then we're going to blanch them now at 150 degrees for about 6-7 minutes. And then we're going to drop them in a super hot oil at 200 degrees until they are super golden, crispy and delicious.
Good. Right, okay. And I'm cutting up our meat. And for this particular burger, because we've got a lot going on with our burger, we're gonna make, sort of between 160 and 180 grams, but we're going to do 2 thinner burgers because I just think it's nicer. It eats nicer than one big chunk. So the proof's in the pudding, as we all know. So we'll form our beef patties, and we're working on a ratio of 20% fat to 80% meat. Okay. So without further ado, I will turn on our machine, and we'll get some beef through. And try and put your fat through roughly the ratio that you want it to show through the meat. So intersperse it. Just turn it up a little bit there. Amazing, these little mincers are very good. And I only pass it through once, and there's a reason for that. I find if you grind it through twice, and we're on a medium blade here, if you grind it through twice, it becomes mealy. What we're wanting is basically a minced steak here, because we're not putting any seasonings in, we're just seasoning it like a steak. Turn the machine off and just gently make sure that you've got the fat evenly dispersed. Okay. And then want about roughly 80-90 grams per burger. So what I've just cling filmed my board and put a bit of cling film on the bottom of my olive oil and just push out to the outer rim and then just turn them. Okay, so
You haven't put any salt in the mix yet, have you?
there's no seasoning, because you don't put any seasoning in at this stage because you don't want to. Basically, if you made these an hour before you were going to use them and you put salt or any seasoning or onions in, it just sours the meat and bleeds the meat, and you end up with brown, horrible meat. All we're going to do now is, again, remember that point I made, is treat it like a steak. This, this is going to be a real burger. You're going to have a big mouth like me to eat this. So, now I've got a little bit of our chili oil here. So again, because you've got no salt, that salt mill there is dying on us a little bit, so you've just got to give it plenty when you're doing that. Okay. And then that's it. Watch it because it comes coarse. Yeah. What it's got on the top of there, it's got like a gauge so you can get coarse and fine. And the coarse just piles out like you've just found out. Right, we're nearly there.
And you want oil on the...
Oil on that, no oil on there.
Oh, oil on here.
Yeah. Right, do you want to put the lettuce on the base of our burger? We're going to put lettuce, mayo and tomato. Okay. And we need to get the bacon on. So, because that's a bit lean and I'm just being cautious, I'm going to put a little bit of oil on there. I'm going to get some smoky stuff going on here. Ah ha ha! And you need the smoke, you need the heat, okay? Because otherwise, I think with the bacon we might just finish on the grill, but there you go. You're going to get a real smokiness. Just turn it. And you're going to get a real smokiness there. So now I want to season up the foie gras. And I'm going to put the foie gras on there. So that fat there now will start to flavour our burger as well. And of course, when you're making it at home, I'm going to stand there. When you're making it at home, you can basically rest your burgers, pop them in the fridge for an hour or so they set up a little bit better. And anybody that knows foie gras knows that when you're cooking foie gras, it releases quite a bit of fat. Okay, so we're going to put our burgers on there, and they're quite sort of medium rare-ish.
Wow.
Okay, right, do you want to put some cheese on them, Kirk, as well?
Yeah.
I think we'll put cheese on there, cheese on there, and cheese on there.
On all of them?
Yeah. And we've got very good quality foie gras, so just got to put a little bit more.
And if people did want to indulge and get some foie gras, where would they get that from?
Well, you can get it online.
Is that the best
And I know there's some people that don't really like foie gras at all, but it is a great product. If you like.
Shall I put these under the grill?
Yeah, put them under the grill. There you go. And what I'm going to do with that piece, because that's quite thick, and I'm just a little bit concerned about that from a point of view of going on the burger, is I can just cut it there.
A bit smoky there.
I was going to say it's smoky because we could get this out of the way. Just well. There we go. I'm going to pop that there. Pop that there. Okay. Okay, we've got our tomato going on. The mayonnaise. I'm going to cut our homemade gherkins here.
So this is like a spicy tomato relish, isn't it, Dad?
Yeah, it's a really sort of very sweety, chilled relish that's going on there.
So we've got plenty of that on.
And then the cucumbers.
These off there, shall we?
Cucumbers which are grown in my garden. And now I'm going to put the foie gras on that bottom. Okay, so foie gras. Foie gras. This is a seriously dirty burger, and we now need.
So we do a bit of rubbing that fat in there.
Yeah. Well, I think you've enough.
Just a little.
Okay, you put a.
Just a little.
Go for it a bit, yeah. And you can see now that.
Gonna pop it.
Yeah. Right. Okay, so I'm going to put the bacon one on the bottom. And then it's
gonna be big. This.
It's gonna be a whopper. Okay. And I was gonna suggest, Kirk, that we put a bit of tomato on there.
Oh yeah.
And I'm chancing it here, putting this on, but it just feels like it does need that on, and that should help stick it together a bit. Okay. You put it, and then there we go. So you got how's the chips? Best of luck eating that. Okay, so there we go. There's burger 1 and burger 2. Oh, they're seriously dirty. They're oozing dirty there. And there's the chips. So there's our dirty burger and chips, and we're going to really enjoy. I'm going to really enjoy that because he's not eating meat. So
all for you, Dad.
James, are you going to have some? Are you going to have some? Okay, enjoy. Hi, I'm Nigel Haworth. If you like what you've just seen, then subscribe to our YouTube channel or follow us on social media. Enjoy.